Hello, and Twitter friends. Welcome, welcome. Ooh, there we go. You should be able to see me. Let me make sure you're able to hear me. Welcome, welcome. I can't see the chats yet. Just give me 1 second. All right, here we go. Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome. All right, you could definitely hear me. There we go. All right. All right, so let me just give 1 more minute. For those of you who want to join, you should be getting your alerts right about now. So for those of you who are joining me now, welcome. My name is Alexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. For those of you who are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, you can take a look down below in the description box, or you can take a look at the chat link. All my information is there. For those of you who are interested, I do have my Patreon platform. I have 2 affordable tiers, tier 1 and tier 2. Tier 1 is the basic tier, which is your weekly pick a card readings. By the way, for those of you who are watching me, I'm just switching these all to go in their upright position. Tier 1 is the basic pick-up card reading that you will have, and you and your higher self or your guides will help guide you in selecting the pile or group or groups that you are interested in. Your guides and your higher self will guide you to which group is best for you. Tier number 2 gives you access to tier number 1, but it also includes the zodiac birthday channeled messages that I have for each zodiac sign once a month during the season of that specific zodiac. For example, Aries will be from March 20th to April 17th. Then comes Taurus from April 17th to May 17th. Then comes Gemini from May 17th through June 17th and so forth, okay? So if you're interested in that, you could take a look at my Patreon link, okay? Today I'm going to be focusing on what does your guide want you to know about your love life during Venus in retrograde. This is a live reading for YouTube subscribers only. I'm only focusing on one question today, and that question is the only one question I'll be channeling today for free is what does your guide want you to know about your love life during this Venus in retrograde? If you are interested in more questions or another question, feel free to book a private recorded reading at lexatarot@gmail.com. You can see me there. You could also reach out to me on my website, www.paths with an S, pathsofhealing.com. And you can also find out more about me and all my information and credentials on my website. I do have Patreon exclusive content drops in my Patreon shop. For those of you who are just looking for messages, extra messages, you can take a look at my Patreon shop. My credentials, my private reading information, and all information that you may be interested is located in my chat. If you would like to share or donate, feel free to do so. No obligation. My Venmo link is in the chat. For those of you just joining me, welcome. Usually by now I have a lot of people on on fighting to get a first position here. So today, I guess I did start a bit early. I usually come in a little later at nighttime, but wanted to give an opportunity for those of you who join me in the evening and then just don't get a chance to hop on and get an answered free question. So for those of you who are joining, welcome. My name is Alexa Tarot. I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. 9 of Cups. Interesting. Wish fulfillments here. So whomever is watching, you got the 9 of Cups. That being said, if you're interested in learning more about my client testimonials, my credentials, if you're interested in booking a private recorded reading with me, or learning more about my Patreon platforms, which are affordable, tier number 1 and tier number 2, that is also located down below in my description box. Hello, can you see me? Hopefully you can. I've been having tech difficulty here with the link. If you're interested in asking a question, feel free to jump on in. I'm telling you, it's hard. It's rare that I get on and I don't have at least 6 or 7 people on already. So I don't know if it's my tech difficulties here. Today, I'll be focusing on what does your guide want you to know about your love life during this Venus in retrograde. If you're interested in more questions to ask, feel free to book a private recorded reading. Thank you so much for the hearts. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. Oh, there you go. Hi, Aries Spiritual Guidance. How are you, my dear? How are you, my dear? I'm here. I just didn't scroll down, to be quite honest with you. There we go. Hi, Aries. Well, listen, today, the question that I'll be focusing on and answering, if you are interested, free for the, I mean, listen, you know, I'm doing great, my dear, dealing with Mercury that's about to go retrograde on March 15th and my tech going crazy. My electronical devices. Yesterday was a wreck. But I went on the live anyway. It was just crazy. Well, listen, today I'm going to be focusing on what does your guide want you to know about your love life during this Venus in retrograde, okay? So if you're interested in that, yes, it's very much intense, my dear. You are, listen, preaching to the choir, my dear. All right, let's see what your guides have want to share with you here, Aries. Aries spiritual guidance. All right, let's see what's coming in for you, my dear. What does Aries spiritual guidance guides want to share with them about their love life during this Venus in retrograde? Well, listen, let me tell you something, Aries spiritual guidance. I have a drop coming in. You know, Aries season begins March 20th. I am on Patreon. If you're interested in free exclusive content messages, guess what? It's cheaper than buying a dozen eggs, okay? But if you're interested in getting the Aries birthday, zodiac birthday reading, I'm going to be giving lots of detail about love, career, money. But that's only going to be exclusive on my Patreon platform. So you can take a look at that. So you can, hold on one second. Let me flip this over. So yeah, if you're interested in that birthday drop, I'm going to drop it on March 17th, a couple days before Aries season begins. All right. So let's see what's going on here in regards to what your guides want you to know about your love life during this Venus in retrograde. What do your guides want you to know? All right, Aries. Your guides want you to know harmony and resolution. Whatever you may potentially be experiencing between March 2nd through April 13th, which is when Venus, well, it started on March 2nd. It's going to continue to April 13th. And sometimes the shadow side of it continues a week or two after that April 13th energy. As you know, Venus focuses on the area of love, fertility, romance, and finances. And your guides want you to know harmony, resolution. Those are the energies that are surrounding you right now at this moment in time. Or during these almost a month and change. Okay. So whatever tension, bumping of the heads, you, your partner, your significant others, other relationships that are non-romantic, it's all about fixing, mending, compromising, and creating and restoring harmony. I'm hearing that it starts with you, okay? It's as if you are the conductor of whatever energy is around you. So as long as you are in this harmonious alignment, there's this energy here that's going to kind of, in a way, amplify within you, okay? You may have been feeling a little bit tense lately. Listen, we all have. And you may have been kind of thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, when is this going to get better? And there's this energy here saying, yes, it is. But remember, that is created by you. It's going to take a little bit more consistency during this Venus in retrograde to keep you in alignment, to help you, in a way, expand the energy of calmness, harmony, compromise, diplomacy, keeping things on an even keel. That's what this is telling you. So your guides are here reminding you that, yes, things are going to start looking a little bit better. However, your alignment and your energy shifts energies as you deal with different people and walk into the room. Okay. Let's take a look at what else is coming through for you. What other messages your guides want to share with you? You may have been feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders. And they're here telling you that that is going to lighten up. Okay, you see how this angel is holding, it's as if it's holding something up. Things are going to lighten up for you. Because I'm getting here, there's been lots kind of either shifting, changing, moving, or creating some type of like literal pressure and stress, or energetically, you've been feeling like you have a lot of weight on your shoulders and on your mind. Okay. So there's this energy that's going to be lifted. Okay. Your guides also want to remind you that wherever your mind goes, energy flows. Hi, Nana. Get yourself on the list, Nana. You're up next. I know I owe you one from yesterday. Thank you for joining. So Aries, spiritual guidance, you see this hair, what looks like hair, but it's really energy. Remember that I said when you walk in the room, I'm getting here energy shapeshifter, meaning that you could walk into a situation, circumstance, room, connection with someone, and you're shifting. It's as if you're shifting the energy. So it's not so much about what's happening around you as much as your ability to transmute that energy around you and lift it. Okay. All right, let's take a look here. What else is coming through? What your guides want you to know during this Mercury retrograde? So Nana or Aries, spiritual guidance, one of you, if you could do me a huge favor, if you could start creating a list for me, I greatly appreciate it, because people are going to start rolling in and you know it gets busy. So if someone can do that while I'm doing Aries' reading, I'd greatly appreciate it. All right, let's see what else is coming through for you. Aries spiritual guidance, what your guides want you to know during this Venus in retrograde. Not today. There are going to be moments, listen carefully, there are going to be moments within this Mercury in retrograde where you will feel, yes, Nana, you're going to be next. Can someone write a list for me though? So then like that, everyone who's coming in knows what's going on, okay? So Aries, spiritual guidance, there are going to be moments. Let me move this up a little. I don't know if you guys can hear me very well. There are going to be moments, Aries, where you're just going to feel completely overwhelmed during March 2nd all the way through April 13th. And this is saying those moments where you just want to be left alone, or there may be moments where you need to read the room and understand other people's energy. Maybe kind of like take it easy, move softly, tread softly. Okay. That is why it's very important for you, Aries, to continue to be consistent on your meditations, on keeping an even keel within you. As you know, I don't know if you know this, but February 23rd, Aries moved direct. Great energy to start things up and move things along. However, the opposite side of that is there's an increase in impatience, okay? And an increase in, tempers easily flaring also, okay? So this is here to remind you, it went direct February 23rd, right? Aries season begins March 20th. So there's a lot of Mars energy. There's a solar eclipse in Aries March 29th. So this is another added twist here for you because you are an Aries sign. So that's important information. You need to be aware of that energy. Remember that I said that your guides are showing me as if you are going to be the transmuter of energy when you walk into a room or when you meet someone, when you're dealing with another person. It's as if you're able to shift or transmute that energy, because a lot of people, hi Evie, yes, get on the list. I owe you a reading, Eve. Remember that I said, Aries, that you're going to be the transmuter of energy. Okay? It's as if you're the magician. So this is reminding you of that strength. Okay? It's reminding you of your strength, your ability of being able to do that. And that you're going to need to rely on it during this March. During this March 2nd through April 13th, Venus in retrograde. Aries, if you missed my March messages, you need to hop on it. Take a look at it. There's lots there. A lot of information as well. That's free on my YouTube channel, okay? Let's see what else you guys have here for you, and then I'm going to go to the next person. The thing is that it's easy to say, I'm going to be aligned. It's easy to say when you are in good spirits, I'm going to be able to do this. I know already this is what I need to do. It gets complicated when emotions are at play, when feelings get hurt, when sadness pops up, when certain topics or triggers pop up. So although it may seem like a very simple message here, the application of this may be challenging with all these planetary shifts and energies in the month of March. Okay? March has Venus in retrograde, Mercury in retrograde, lunar eclipse in Virgo, solar eclipse in Aries. There's lots going on. Plus, Mercury Mars went direct February 23rd. Plus, you have Aries season, which is the astrological new year, starting March 20th. So when you start putting all these other things into play, what may seem easy breezy can have a little bit of more layers to your energetic field, right? It could add more there. Last but not least, look at this. This is beautiful. Listen, your guide said not to worry, and that's exactly what they want you to do. They want you to be in a very calm, cool, collected, you have the harmony and resolution, and then you also have the 9 of Pentacles. You're working on something. You're going to feel satisfied in the workings of whatever it is that you're going to be working on. And I feel this is your high spirits. I feel this is your guide saying to you, listen, as long as you continue to align yourself and, more so, listen, this is what I'm saying, because this is how I'm like trying to explain it. And I feel it's not coming through. That's because I have heavy placements in my Mercury. So I have Gemini in my Mercury. Okay. So I'm already feeling the effects of Mercury retrograde, even though it hasn't officially begun. So if I trip over my words and my mind seems not as clear, it's because of that, right? I'm already feeling it. So I meditate once a day, right? So I do it either in the morning, try to do it mostly in the morning, and at night, one or two when I'm on the go. Because of all these planetary shifts, I'm increasing that to twice a day. Why? So that I can continue to remain in this harmonious energy and this energy of alignment. Okay. So that if there are any issues, challenges, blockages, something that comes up, I'm able to resolve it in a calm, cool, collected manner. And that's the message that I'm getting here for you, Aries. And as you're able to do that, this Nine of Pentacles is saying you're going to feel great about it. Okay? There's going to be this feeling here of you feeling satisfied and feeling like you've got it together. Nine of Pentacles, listen, even if you are in a relationship, this is saying you yourself, right, are going to be feeling stable. You're going to be feeling solid because you're doing this. What I'm also getting here is you cannot give from an empty cup. And if you know the Nine of Pentacles card in the traditional tarot deck, you will see that there's a person standing and they have 3 pentacles in front of them and 6 pentacles behind them. That's all about the energy. It's like you're going to be able to give to other people, whether that is give your energy, give your attention, give advice, give your presence. You're going to be able to see them because you have a full cup, and you're going to be able to give to others because you are grounded. And that's what this is talking about here with the Nine of Pentacles. Aries, spiritual guidance. I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you soon. Thank you so much. If you feel called to anyone in today's readings, feel free to leave a donation if you so choose. My Venmo link is in the chat, and it's also down below in the description box. Don't forget to take a look at my Patreon platform, where I have 2 affordable tiers. Both tiers are cheaper than a dozen eggs, I'll tell you that. The eggs in New York are ridiculous. So expensive. All right, so we're going to go now to Nana. Nana, I owe you a reading from last night. There was such huge technical difficulties last night. I was just like, thank you so much, Aries. Don't forget to share my YouTube channel link with other like-minded souls. All right, so let's take a look. Nana is here, and we are ready. Guides, what does Nana's guides want Nana to know about their love life during this Venus in retrograde? Let's see what's going on. Oh, hey, Yvette, how are you? Welcome. I'm so happy that you enjoyed the messages from last night. Thank you so much. It was tough. The Wi-Fi was crazy. Nana, look what you got coming out of the deck here. Nana, you have take charge and action. Okay. By the way, Nana is doing the list here for me to give me a hand. So, Nana, you have take charge and action. There's a lot that I feel that during this Mercury, I'm sorry, I keep saying Mercury, it's Venus. Mercury in retrograde is coming up, but right now we're in Venus in retrograde. It's coming across as during this Venus in retrograde, Nana, March 2nd through April 13th, you may be getting downloads, okay? Now listen, Mercury in retrograde starts March 15th, okay? But with this Venus in retrograde, is as if this retrograde is helping you to reevaluate your romantic relationships or non-romantic relationships. There's a sense here that your guides are, in a way, helping you or highlighting here a reoccurring pattern having to do with your love life. Now, remember, Venus influences love, fertility, which is growth, romance, and finances. So it could be in any of those areas. But there's something here about you rethinking something, reevaluating something, reconsidering something, and actually putting forth the focus and the intention of whatever that is that you may be thinking about. Now, I don't know if this may or may not resonate with you, but I'm seeing an arrow here. And I'm getting something having to do energetically with Sagittarius. So whether you are a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, maybe in your sun, moon, rising, Venus, maybe in houses such as your 7th house or your 5th house on your astrological natal chart that focuses on love and relationships, maybe your Juno. Okay, if you know anything about astrology, maybe those points here are talking about this fire energy, but there's this yang energy of being proactive in the clear thoughts and the clear decisions that you will come to realizing or connecting the dots during Venus in retrograde. Let's see what else is coming through for you. Ooh, look at that. Twin flame, yin yang. Balancing your yin energy and your yang energy is going to be very important. What does that mean? It means, remember that I was telling you here about you downloading messages? Your yin energy, your intuition, your sixth senses, you being able to understand the information that you are downloading in your mind or channeling or receptive to during this Venus in retrograde and putting it into action. And understanding that if someone is interested in you, they need to be in complement with you. What does that mean? It means equal give and take. All right. So there is an energy here of balance that is going to be very important for you during this Venus in retrograde, Nana. Okay. Being aware that whomever you are either considering in regards to having a relationship with, or may potentially be here in a relationship with, that it's very important for this energy to be mutual, not one-sided. So in polar opposition, if you are giving someone the attention, talking to, or getting to know someone who is completely opposite as you, and when I mean opposite, I don't mean I like red and they like blue. I'm talking about the fundamental elements of your connection that you would like to have or you would like to strengthen and build from. If it's a person that's completely not aligned with the foundation and the fabric of what's important to you in a connection, this is saying, you know what you need to do. Contemplate that. If it doesn't work for you, move in a different direction. If you see through action, through the person's action, yang energy, that they're able to show their yin energy, their ability to be nurturing and compassionate, then this would be a great opportunity for you to be like, okay, this looks like a good potential candidate. Let's see what else Venus in retrograde may be influencing you right now at this moment in time. And what do your guides want to tell you about your love life in regards to Venus in retrograde? Look at that. Two of Swords. Exactly what I was talking about. There may be something on your mind that is a little bit challenging Two of Swords is something that's confusing. And if you're getting confusing signals from a person that you are interested in, understand that when a person is interested in you, they do not show confusing signs. Remember that I was talking about that polar opposite? Someone who is interested in someone else is not going to keep you in the energy of confusion. They're going to be very clear and they're going to be intentional. And this is talking about you being able to kind of wrap your brain around that reality of action that anyone who is interested in you needs to show you in order for you to be receptive and say, okay, I kind of see a potential with this person. If they're not showing you that, you may be in the sense of confusion. And if you're in confusion, then that means this might not be a balanced connection, a balanced relationship, a balanced partnership. Now, I call it as I see it. Okay. Now, how, sometimes spirit says what we need to hear, not what we want to hear. And so the Two of Swords is saying here, you really need to reconsider and reevaluate something that has not been at equal give and take here. Okay. Page of Cups. There may be here a sudden shift in the manner in which you decide to go about this either connection, this person, or your love life in general. Okay. You may kind of be like, oh, well, I don't feel love is here for me. All these excuses that we say to ourselves to remain in this energy, especially this one, the Two of Swords. But this is telling you, your guides are saying, snap out of this energy of the Two of Swords and understand that, yes, you do have the potential to begin, page energy, to begin a connection with someone that is going to be Cups energy, full of heartfelt emotion, but you have to believe in the miracle of transformation with yourself, right? You need to kind of shift your mind and say to yourself, yeah, it is possible. Okay. So definitely here, very, very interesting messages here for you, Nana. Healing may be of importance during this Venus in retrograde. And that may be the reason why the Page of Cups is showing here a pig that's in the sky. Because there may be a part of you here, Nana, that you're like, you stopped believing in love. And this is saying there's no need for you to stop believing in love. Believe that this is something that you can still attain. It is just your responsibility to be in this awareness of this balance and be aware in awareness with yourself. Okay, crown chakra here, claircognizance, being in awareness when someone is not aligned to your frequency, to your values, to the intention that you are wanting to create in a connection. So it's your responsibility. If you stay if you're in a toxic connection and you stay in a toxic connection, you can't always blame the other person, right? You got to take a hard look at yourself and say, I got to make moves, which is why this is saying take charge and action. You need to make moves when you see that things are not as they appear. All right. Nana, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. Join me on my Patreon platform where you're going to get more exclusive content messages. And let's take a look at the next person who is ready here for me. Thank you so much, Nana, for making the list for me. Eve, if you are interested, thank you so much, Nana. Eve, if you are interested, okay, let me see. Yvette. Hi, Yvette. You're very welcome. Oh, bam. Gemini, Sun, Libra, Rising. Cancer moon. Wow, Nan, Ban, a lot of air and water there. All right. Oh, thank you so much, Yvette. Yvette was like, I enjoyed the readings last night. Yeah, it was good, right? I even had a mediumship reading on there. I wasn't expecting that one. So, Eve, if you're here, come on down. Anyone else who's watching from the sidelines, if you're interested, this is a free live reading for YouTube subscribers to my channel. As I always like to remind each and every one of you, this is for entertainment purposes only. Entertainment purposes only. And the only question that I'll be channeling answers to today is, what does your guide want you to know about your love life during this Venus in retrograde? Now, if you want more questions answered, feel free to book a private reading with me. It's a recorded 20-minute reading. If you're interested, email me at lexatarot@gmail.com. All right. You can take a look more of that on the chat and down below in the description box. All right. Oh, I like the hands. I like that. I thank you so much, Ben. You put the hand there. I like that. That really, you could see the person. You could see the person's name a lot there. Thank you. It's okay. I think Eve had a message with me last night, and so did Yvette. Yvette and Eve did, so I'm not surprised if they might not be here today. But they passed by to say hi, which is beautiful. Thank you so much for passing by and saying hi. For those of you who are joining me, welcome. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you're interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, my credentials, how to book a recorded private reading with private links, or if you're interested in finding out more about my Patreon platform, 2 affordable tiers, tier number 1 and tier number 2, both cheaper than a dozen eggs in New York City. I'll tell you that. So if you're interested in that, if you don't want to be a member on that platform, it's fine. If you want to buy the drops, then go to my Patreon shop and you'll be able to just buy the content if you don't want to be a member. But if you want to be a member, it comes out better for you, because at tier number 1, you get 4 pick-a-cards a month. Okay, and you could watch it starting Sunday night. And if you have tier number 2, it includes tier number 1 plus a bonus of detailed zodiac birthday messages and downloads. So it's actually a really, really good one. All right. Hello, Eve. If you're interested, are you interested in a reading today? All right. Welcome, welcome. Oh, yeah, yesterday, and I really wish we could finish the reading. Yeah. You know what? Let me just, because I don't remember what came out yesterday. Let's see what other messages. Let's do that, Eve. What other messages your guides have for you in connection to yesterday's reading? I really don't remember what came through. So we'll see what else. What do... Oh, see, sign symbols. Oh, yeah. I remember. And expect a miracle. Ah, okay, yeah. What other messages, guides do you have for Eve? What messages you have here for Eve? In regards, look at that. Divine timing just popped up for you, Eve. You get some really, really nice pop outs. Divine timing. Listen, this is connected to yesterday's reading. You saw that just jumped out of the deck by itself. I didn't pick it. I mean, yesterday you had sign, symbol, synchronicities, and miracles, right? And today you have divine timing. There's something here about things coming into play at their own time. And divine timing is going to be at play. You may want something to happen right away. You may want to see something right now, right away. And the divine is saying, there's more. There's more happening behind the scenes here that you may not be aware of. And so in order for something to pop up on your end, there are other situations in the background that need to be taken care of. Now, this may have nothing to do with you. Like, for example, if you are interested in having or meeting someone, right, or having a relationship, remember, you may be ready, but the person that you are meant to connect with may not be ready. They may be going through something right now, which makes sense why you had yesterday the sign, symbol, synchronicities card. So your guides are talking to you. They're telling you, hey, listen, we haven't forgotten. We know that you are thinking about X, Y, and Z. Expect a miracle. Expect something to happen in divine timing, not your timing, divine timing. So surrender here to the process and the energy of something working out in your favor, but it having a lot to do with certain things to be quite right in order for this to happen, this event to happen, or this meeting to happen. And I feel that sometimes we tend to forget that, especially when we're asking or we are desiring or we're manifesting for a specific connection, you need to understand that the other person also has a timeline, and they may be going through lessons. They may be going through a situation, circumstance, or event at that moment in time, right? So we may be ready, but that other person may not be ready. Let's see what else is coming through here for you. I feel there's a sense here of you letting go of how your view of what you think something should look like, or how I'm feeling like there's this kind of like rigid or linear mode of thinking. And that may be the reason why you ended up getting old school yesterday with the card. Because old school is at times considered to someone who, has old belief systems. And I'm not saying old, I'm just saying like very rigid, like not kind of allowing things to flow, kind of saying, you know what, it should show up like this, it needs to be like that, and this is how it should look. And you know what, sometimes things aren't that very clear cut. Okay. It could also be someone that you were talking with as well, or someone that you're dealing with as well. Okay. So that could also be the case. Be very careful with dun, 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 the golden mirror, narcissist, love bombing, self-absorption, one-sided. During this Venus in retrograde, which is March 2nd, I was going to say Mark. I don't know what that is all about, but whatever. March 2nd through April 13th. There's this energy of being aware that the tendencies of something being one-sided, of one person pulling in one direction and another person pulling in another direction, self-absorption, there could be this sense of kind of only thinking about oneself instead of looking at the greater good of a connection or a partnership. Love bombing, be very careful here of maybe someone from the past or recent past trying to reemerge in your energy fields that may have been from the past or recent past. Narcissistic ways can flare up or be, overly emphasized. due to the fact that if a person is not really reevaluating their patterns, their love patterns, okay? One-sided means, like, for example, let's say I'm putting a lot of energy and focus into the connection and my partner isn't really putting in equal energy in the connection, right? That could happen in many different ways. Remember, this is a Venus in retrograde reading. So if it doesn't make sense now, it could make sense later. Remember, today we're only on March, where are we? March. What is it, the 8th, the 9th? So this is not just you. This could be just an energy that you could be walking into, a connection. It could be romantic, it could be non-romantic. There could be here a tendency that through this Venus in retrograde, either you or someone else may show these energies because Venus is in retrograde. Okay? So this is saying, if it doesn't make sense now, don't worry about it. Just take the message. It may make sense later because Venus in retrograde is up. It ends April 13th, but then you have the shadow aspect of it, which is probably another week to 2 weeks as well. So maybe you're going to see it after April 13th. But this is talking about just keeping that awareness, okay? Last but not least, what else do your guides want you to know in regards to Venus in retrograde? So for those of you who are watching, oh, thank you so much, Nana. I just saw it. Yes, we're on the 9th. Thank you so much, Ban. For those of you watching, remember, this is a Venus in retrograde reading. It may not resonate. All the messages may not resonate right now. They may resonate next month in April when you're like, oh, that's what that was talking about. Okay. Hello, Daniela. How are you? Last but not least, you have the Chariot. Yes, you can. There's. Take a look at the description. Take a look at the description box or the chat box. It'll tell you what which question that I'm channeling today for. So, Eve, you have the Chariot moving forward. Now, the Chariot is ruled by Cancer, and Cancer is a water sign, okay? So, be mindful on the manner in which you want to move forward in regards to love here. Why do I say that? In order for this person who's driving this Chariot to move forward and to reach their goal, they must have the 2 horses and themselves all in alignment to that particular goal. So if you have one horse going in one direction, another horse going in another direction, the chariot driver is not going to be able to meet and arrive to their goal. So what is this symbolically talking to you about? It's saying, if you are interested in moving in a direction where, you are in a connection or a partnership that is not with these energies, or the person is not showing these narcissistic traits, they're not love bombing you, they're not self-absorbed, they're not showing or being one-sided, then you need to make sure that you understand what characteristics and which traits you want in a connection. Because if you don't know the type of connection you want to move towards, you're not going to be able to get there. So basically, what type of relationship are you looking for? Are you looking for someone to just meet casually? Are you looking for a more serious connection? That's what this is talking about. Because this is talking about you getting to that goal. But in order for you to get to that goal, you need to understand what it is that you want in order for you to be direct. Okay. It's like getting into a car. You can't tell the car, okay, just let's go. Yeah, you'll go, you turn on the ignition and you go, but you have to have a map, right? So what is your kind of love map in regards to qualities and values that you want to move forward, and trust that the divine will help guide you in that energy that you are and that you want to attract in return. All right. I hope these messages have been insightful here, Eve. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Let's see what this is saying here, because now I can take a look here. Okay, this is saying there is a person in mind. Hold on. There's a person in mind, and I wonder if we talk during Venus or not. Well, yeah, well, understand also that there's a Mercury going in retrograde, right? Mercury is going in retrograde March 15th to April 2nd. So what I'm saying here is that during Mercury in retrograde, usually things that are not completely finished from the past or recent past may show up. There may be this kind of like evaluating the conversation that was had last, or the reoccurring themes, right? It's kind of paying attention to revisiting something that was started, either a project in your mind or a conversation that was had, and decisions, because just because someone appears during Venus in retrograde doesn't mean that, this is it, we're going to be together. You got to look at what the intentions are and what their values are, which is the reason why this deck that I just pulled out for you is talking about one-sided. Is this person that may pop up or that you may be thinking about, is that person ready for the type of commitment that you're ready for, or the type of relationship, or the type of elements that you are looking for, right? Because if it's not, then you're going to have one horse going this way and another horse going that way, and guess what, you're not going to be able to reach your goal. So it's going to be one of those relationships that unless both of you are in alignment, it's not going to move in the direction that you may want it to move towards. Okay. All right. So who do we have next? We have Daniela. Hello, Daniela. Welcome, welcome. Are you here? Let me see what happened. All right. All right. Eve, you wrote, because the situation is complex. Yes. The situation may be complex, but listen to this. The goals, if both of you are not on the same page and actions are not being placed on the goals that are equal, means both people are in alignment with that same goal, then it's a challenge, right? So good luck on that. You're welcome, Eve. All right, Delamala. Let's see what comes through. Divine timing, for sure. All right, Daniela, let's see what your guides want to tell you here today. What does your guide want you to know, Daniela, about your love life during this Venus in retrograde? Okay. Daniela, what does Daniela's guides want Daniela to know about these information here? Venus in retrograde. So Venus is in retrograde from March 2nd through April 13th. And you have, wow, romance and connection. So, and remember, listen carefully, romance and connection. Romance obviously is the romantic side of love. Connection may be the non-romantic side of love as well, of friendship, family, loved ones, okay? So this is looking at both aspects of it. So you have romance and non-romantic connections. Both are under Venus's themes and Venus influences love, fertility, romance, finances. March 2nd through April 13th, there's this sense of being very mindful of, if you are in a connection, how the romance and how the unconditional love is being equally worked with by both of you. Okay, so this is all about teamwork. This right here, you see two people, one person's hand and another person's hand. That means both are in alignment with one another. Both are focusing on how they can increase. You see that? You see that little sphere and it getting larger? How that heart chakra frequency could be strengthening the connection, nurturing the connection, opening the heart chakra so that there is more alignment in the connection. Connection is going to be very, very important. In order for a connection to happen, then you need, as I was telling Eve a little while ago, you need two people to be on the same page, on the same path. It's like one person's hand and the other person's hand create two powerful joint forces of energy. So be in this awareness that it's going to be very important during Venus in retrograde, March 2nd to April 13th, for two people to be in unison, in the same vibrational frequency in order for something to grow and expand. Because remember, Venus in retrograde creates a little bit of tension sometimes. And despite whatever tension or hiccups or little trouble in paradise that may come up, little inconveniences or feeling a little bit frustrated, that the only way to move past the situation is ensuring that both people are in alignment in mending, fixing, repairing, or strengthening the connection. Let's see what else is coming through. What other messages does Daniela's guides want to share with Daniela in regards to their love life during Venus in retrograde? Blowing kisses. Look at this. This is beautiful. Remember that I just said validation, confirmation, giving and receiving. Didn't I talk about that? Exactly what I mentioned here. Okay. One person's hand, the other person's hand, together as a unit, creating something stronger. Okay. Larger, stronger. There you go. Unconditional love is going to be of utmost importance. Affection returned, paying attention to that give and take as well. It says here, fairness in love. Fairness is about that compromise I was talking about earlier. So Venus in retrograde is reminding you that as long as both people in the connection are in the alignment of mending, fixing, repairing, or strengthening and growing here, that this is how these energies may help during this Venus in retrograde. So beautiful. I'm also seeing here a display of affection. Someone's love language here may be that of affection, is what I'm getting here. And so that there is this not only not only giving of affection, but also the reception, the receiving of that connection. Hey, daughter of Saturn, welcome. Let's see what else is coming through for you, Daniela, during the Venus retrograde. This is actually a very beautiful reading for you. Wonderful. I'm finishing with Daniela, so if you want a reading or something connected to what we were talking about yesterday, just let me know. All right. let's see what else is coming through for you, Daniela. All right. Look at that Page of Swords. Curiosity, new ideas, communication, new ways of communicating with your significant other or connections that you have in general, friends, family, loved ones. Communication is going to be very important in the manner in which the strengthening of working together, whether it's a romantic relationship or a non-romantic relationship, because the basis and the center foundation of what you need to remember here is unconditional love. Okay? Unconditional love is important. Unconditional love doesn't keep score of, this, that, and the other. It doesn't keep scores of negative things. You see what I'm saying? So being very much aware of finding creative ideas when there is tension or when there is here a little bit of that kind of stuck energy, something isn't moving, to be able to allow communication here to be part of the fixing, mending, repairing, and the growth here of a connection, as long as it's done with love. Okay? As long as it's done with love. Fairness, which means compromise. Okay? And the support that's needed. Page of Swords is also coming through here for me as an opportunity during Venus in retrograde, not only to have conversations where the connection is strengthened, but also have the connection, have communications about your connection in regards to new ideas, new ways, okay? How to keep the romance alive, how to keep things spicy and fresh in the connection, okay? So very, very beautiful messages here, Daniela, in regards to what your guides have in store for you, wanted you to know. I hope these messages, Daniela, have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Feel free to take a look at my Patreon shop or my Patreon platform. If you feel called to, my Venmo link is in the chat and it's also down below. It is not required, but donations are welcome. So thank you so much. I appreciate your loyalty and your support. Feel free to share my YouTube channel with like-minded souls, intuitive friends, so they know to stop by and to take a look. Just so you know, all the March readings are up. I am now working on 2 new series on my YouTube channel. The first is No Contact X, how Venus in retrograde may be impacting your no contact X. I started last night on that series. You could take a look. And for the couples, you have how Venus in retrograde may be impacting your connection during this Venus in retrograde. All right. So take a look at that. All right. Let me take a little sip here of my juice here. All right, so daughter Saturn, Celine, are you interested in a reading? Oh yeah, you said I would love one. Okay. Listen, you know that when I'm channeling, I don't really look at my phone because it throws me off a bit. All right, let's see what's coming through for you. What does daughter of Saturn and Celine guides want to share with Celine in regards to love during Venus in retrograde, which is March 2nd through April 13th? What other messages do you want to share with Saturn, daughter of Saturn and Selene. Ease and grace. I'm hearing easy does it. Ease and grace. It's interesting because I'm getting two things. Number one, healing. There's something here about healing. Healing takes time. Oh, Eve. Okay, hold on one second. Eve, by the way, Lexa, are the new cards a new reading or yesterday? Oh, it's in addition to it. It's in addition to it. Or it's in addition to whatever you got yesterday. Okay. All right. So daughter of Saturn and Selene. I'm getting here something having to do with like healing. I was saying the ease of healing and the grace of healing. The ease of healing. I'm so sorry. Eve, I do have Venmo. I have my Venmo link there. Yeah, no, I don't have PayPal. Sorry. All right, so thank you so much though, by the way. Much appreciated. Let me see. Hold on one second. Because I forgot I didn't put it here. So you guys may be a little confused on what I have and what I don't have. Okay. Here we go. My apologies. All right. So let me... Okay. So there. Yeah, I only have Venmo and then... Yeah. Alrighty. Okay. So daughter of Saturn and Selene. You know what you could also do, Eve, is just if you want, you could do you could get on Patreon as well. And then like that you have pick a card readings, you know what I mean? For the month at least. So you could take a look at that as well. All right. So daughter of Saturn and Selene. Like I said, I'm feeling the ease of healing and giving yourself the grace in the process of healing. Okay. I'm getting here something also connected to your guides, connecting you to your sacral chakra as well. There's something about this energy of self-confidence, the energy here of self-love, of valuing yourself, of going through the ease of the process of the healing process of things that may pop up, either the nostalgia, the melancholic emotions, the residual energy. And that's how I'm getting those little thin, cords, those residual energies that may still be connected to you or your auric shields. Your auric fields, right? Because remember, even if we think about a past connection, whether we think about a past connection, talk about that past connection, wonder about that past connection, revisit our memories to that past connection, the mind doesn't know if that was in the past or it's in the present. So it's going to feel and resurrect those emotions in the present. So although we may feel that we've done the healing and we've done the mending and the fixing of whatever residual energy may be connected, At times it lingers a little bit more because of our own connection to talking about it, thinking about it, reminiscing about that time period. So you're bringing that energy from the past into the present. So this may be, I'm not saying that you are, but this could be here, this energy that you may be encountering during Venus in retrograde, where you feel like, I'm moving past it, but then something may happen and either your memory or your emotions go back into time. So understanding that right now, especially if you are going through a process of healing, that it's like a little puppy, right? It's like your heart, your focus. It's like a little puppy. Like you sit the little puppy and then it gets up and it wanders. No, you can bring it back. So having that gentle, graceful energy of not being so hard on yourself during the process of healing, during the process of reevaluating relationships, whether romantic or non-romantic, that you need to take a look at and really reconsider what is it that you really are desiring in a heart-to-heart connection. Let's see what else is coming through for you. What else do the guides want to share here with daughter of Saturn and Selene? Let's see what else. We have 2 more decks. If those of you who are watching and want to take part, please feel free to jump in. Look at that. Exactly what I was just talking about. Wasn't I talking about that self? And you have healthy choices. You have self-love, self-care, being happy, love, and life. And I'm getting like loving life. Loving life, if you are single, loving life as a single person. If you are in a connection, loving life in union with a person that you may be with. But Venus in retrograde is reminding you that there is a very important requirement here for you to fill your own cup from March 2nd to April 13th, because the self-love here is going to nourish not only your body, maybe in the manner in which you are focusing to nourish your body through food, nourishing your body in what you're thinking and the positivity or how you're thinking about something, what you are feeling and how you are reacting to what you're feeling. Like it's okay to cry, it's okay to purge it out of the system, but then give yourself the self-love to comfort yourself, the ease and the grace to do the self-care and just take care of yourself during those moments where the purging, the releasing, the reevaluation, the unspoken words that may have been left or imprinted in your mind or in your heart are released from your body. Okay? So, wow, very beautiful message here your guides have here for you. Look at that. There's something here about nourishing, like literal nourishment, dietary stuff here, like eating healthy, drinking water. There's something about your body. Your body needs that, whether it's physical, nutritional, whatever. I don't know what that may mean. There's a lot of yellow here, so it may be the solar plexus. But this could also be talking about the mental health, the emotional health. All right. So, wow, very, very beautiful reading. Last but not least, let's see what else we have going on here. There's something here about nourishing your mind, body, and soul, and even picking certain fruits, be it fruit or vegetables, or being more of a conscious eater. like looking at, especially because I go through this myself at times as well. Are you nourishing your body because that is what your body is asking for? Or are you nourishing your body, like adding food to your body because is a way of coping with what's going on? Or it's the coping mechanism of the healing. You're trying to fill a void, right? So that's what this is talking about here as well. So being mindful that what you eat, what you put in your body, whether it's food, whether it's thoughts, whether it's memories, that whatever you put in your body will react accordingly. Okay? So especially if there's a kind of correlation here of eating to fill a void or emotional eating here, this is making a mention of that. All right. The Chariot, moving past the situation, circumstance, events, or obstacles that may be present in your life or that may come up during Venus in retrograde, March 2nd to April 13th. This is a good time for you to reassess, especially during this time of Venus in retrograde and Venus in retrograde and Mercury in retrograde, for you to reconsider the direction in which you are moving. Are you, and this is what your guides are asking you to think about, are you doing and taking care of yourself? Are you taking care of you? Are you taking care of your physical nourishment? Are you taking care of your mental energy? Are you taking care of your emotional energy? Are you taking care of your inner peace? Right? Because that's going to help you reclaim your self-confidence. All right? And learning to gracefully understand that the healing process is not linear. It's not. There are going to be some good days, and there are going to be months where you're going to feel like I've got this, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, this is coming down like a ton of bricks. So it is normal to take 10 steps forward in healing and then take 3 back, and then move 5 forward and take 6 back. It's not linear, is what this is saying. So the Chariot card in tarot is ruled by Cancer. So making sure that you are controlling, not in a negative way, but being in awareness in regards to how your energy, your emotional energy, the movement, the willpower, your ability to control your emotions or urge to want to hurry up the process of healing or hurry up a process here that is helping you gain your self-confidence and tune into your intuition. Because as I said, the Chariot is ruled by Cancer. So there's progress here for you. The Chariot card in tarot is about movement, but it's also about stepping forward. It's about progress. It's about controlling the emotions, not letting the emotions control you, but rather you be in alignment to what it is that you want to move towards. Okay. Very, very beautiful reading here for you, Celine. I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. If you know people in your social circle, Celine, that you feel may benefit from these free channeled messages, feel free to share my YouTube channel link. And listen, if you want more content that's exclusive to only my Patreon members, then be a member on my Patreon platform. Tier number 1 is only $8.88. Tier number 2 is $10.10. So that's $8.88. That's less than a dozen eggs at this point. And that's for the whole month. So you get tier 1, you get 4 pick a card readings that you can watch at your own leisure. You can tune in with your higher self and connect, and it gives you weekly messages. And if you are part of tier number 2, which is $10.10, guess what? You get access to tier number 1, and you get special messages throughout the month of that specific zodiac month. So I think it's a good deal. Check it out. And thank you so much. All righty. So I'm going to do one more reading, and then I'm going to end the session. So if I just, let me see. I can't, I'm so sorry. I can't see. I know you wrote, that's a great, but I don't know what it is here. Let's see. Listen, will you have a Mercury retrograde reading? Yes, listen, and it came through yesterday, because every time I kept saying Venus in retrograde, I kept saying Mercury in retrograde. So what I want to do is I want to focus on the Venus in retrograde. I wanted to do that yesterday and today. And then for the Mercury in retrograde, I want to do that maybe next Friday and Saturday. So I definitely will be coming back to do a Mercury in retrograde. There's a lunar eclipse that's happening in Virgo also. There's just so much happening. If you missed the March readings, please take a look, the March readings. And remember, I also have what you don't see coming, and then it also includes March. So take a look at those readings. I have the no contact X. I have the couples reading. There's just a lot going on that I'm channeling for you guys. I hope you are. Yeah, I agree, Daniela. March, listen, I've said this and I'll say it again. March is very intense, very intense. Even for me, where I'm like, usually it doesn't, impact me as much, but because my Gemini is in Mercury, so is my Venus, I'm kind of like hugely impacted by this Venus retrograde. I'm also a Taurus sun and a Libra rising, again, planets that are ruled by Venus. So it's definitely been challenging for me, which is why you haven't seen me do a lot of readings. Lives, I should say. I am working a lot behind the scenes. And like I mentioned a little while ago, for those of you who are really like, wow, I really like the readings and you want it more consistently, I do have pick a card readings that I post weekly on my Patreon platform. Tier number 1 is $8.88, cheaper than a dozen eggs. And I also have tier 2, which is $10.10. And it also includes tier number 1. And you get the Aries reading that's coming out March 17th. You'll get the Taurus reading that comes out April 17th. You get all the readings throughout the whole astrological natal chart for the month of that sign. So if you have placements in that sign, you have extra messages for yourself, So if you're interested in that, feel free to join me there. I'm actually going to get off now. I think everyone, I've read everyone. I'm going to start working on some content for Patreon for this week's pick a card. I hope all of you can join me there. Take care. I'll see you all next time. Thank you for your love, your support, and your loyalty. And if and when you can and you feel guided to, feel free to drop a donation if you'd like on my Venmo link. All right. Take care and have a good one. Bye-bye.